Hey there, it's JC, your favorite high-tech redneck. I got a lot of views on my other video about this space heater, and I thought I'd go into make another video and go into a little more detail of how I constructed it. It's fairly simple, but for those that are wanting to build their own, maybe you get some value out of this. First of all, this is a propane heater, and it simply attaches. In fact, let me take this off so you can see better. It simply attaches up on these hooks, which gives it a bit of clearance, and there's those little legs at the bottom that keep it cleared. And you may wonder why that hole is so big, and I just had to run because I wanted to be able to run the entire regulator through there if I had to remove this, instead of having to take it off at the fitting every time. That's meant to be coming on and off a lot. That one isn't. Alright, so let's set this back up here. Pardon the filming, I don't have one hand. Here, just that easy. Set it back up on the support. So what I did is I just took Harbor Freight Universal, actually no, the two in the back are fixed. The two in the front are swivels, so that I can move it around easy. And the swivels have, as you can see, they've got the locks on them, so if you have to, lock it. Basically I just picked up some 2x3s, made a cheap little base out of it. I had some scrap OSB, like that's a 1/2 inch OSB laying around, so I used that. So really I was just trying to make this on the cheap and as fast as I could, because it was getting cold that evening and I wanted to have this up and running. When I put the brackets to hold the heater up, I was worried about them pulling through that particle board, so that's why I scabbed on these little short pieces of 2x4 here, so that those brackets there, the brackets there, have got something to screw into, more substantial than that particle board. Just put a couple of gussets on either side to keep it from flopping around a bit. It's all 2x3 except for those 2x4s there, and I didn't want this tank slinging around, so I added this chain to keep it from moving, falling off the back. I mean, it can move a little bit, but it ain't coming off. That's the whole point. And yeah, I just used drywall screws, 2x3 scrap lumber, and some cheap Harbor Freight wheels. That was pretty much it. The design decision, I think somewhere on the back of this heater, it talks about how high it needs to be off the floor and away from anything on the sides, etc. So that's why I've got this gap underneath there. I believe it's a 4-inch spacing was the minimum requirement for this heater. So that's why it's mounted up like it is. And you may or may not have the same exact Dynaglow brand or model. I don't remember what model number this is. I'm not taking it back off again just for that. But lots of manufacturers make these in all different sizes. So consider your design, where your brackets are, how much clearance you need underneath. You see there's the thermostat. And yeah, just consider that when you're building this vertical, so it's not too short or way too tall. This is an air intake here, and I believe there's another air intake near the bottom. And when this thing's running, it puts out some heat, man. It doesn't warm the entire shop, but at least when I'm working over here in the machine shop area, I can just set it right here and it's pumping a nice amount of heat over in this area where I'm working. And when I get done with this, with the lathe or the mill, I can then roll it down through the aisle and get over here to wherever I'm working next. And it's nice having that extra heat and not have to heat up this entire shop. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment, and if any suggestions. I know it's not very pretty. It wasn't meant to be pretty. It was meant to be functional. But that's pretty much it about my portable, and it moves easy. I mean, this rolls around nice. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you like this one, go watch this video next.